Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zamrul Khalid. I would like to present about completion of environmental dispute outside the court as a recovery of damage impact based on law number 32 of 2009 on environmental protection and management. My outline is one formulate of environmental dispute and their resolution, and the second is resolve environmental dispute out out of court or outside the court. Talking about background is the most important that thing relation to environmental management problem uh, is the onset of environmental pollution and destruction. Environmental problems today arise because of human carelessness in environmental management. Environmental law issues in recent decades have occupied a place of endless attention and source of assessment, both at the regional, national, and international levels, because it can be said to be an urgent force to regulate the life of mankind in relation to the needs of natural resource while maintaining the constitution and sustainability itself. Formulation of environmental dispute and the resolution is number one. We're talking about in uh, this present or presentation. So according to Chandra Irawan, dispute or disagreements perception that occur between two or more people due to conflict of interest that have an impact on the disruption of achievement of goals that have an impact on the disruption of the achievement of the objective desired by the parties. In the meaning of environmental dispute according to Article 1 number 25 of UU-PPLH is an environmental dispute is a dispute between two or more parties arising from activities that have to potential and or have an impact on the environmental. Uh, this existence of a potential clause in the formulation of environmental dispute indicate that this UUPPLH seems very protective of the impact caused by a business and or activity that treats environmental safety. In other words, this UUPPLH maintains all possibilities arising from environmental damage, not only protecting the environment itself, but also as a form of anticipation of protecting communities around the environment and that are potential exposed to environmental damage. Okay. So we are going to talking about settlement of environmental dispute outside the court. Settlement of dispute outside the court in foreign literature is called the alternative dispute resolution term and abbreviative as ADR. ADR is alternative dispute resolution. So according to Erwin, settlement of environmental dispute outside the court or the path of deliberation is conducted voluntarily by the parties in dispute. intended to settle environmental case without going through a court decision. The system of solving environmental case through this deliberation path is prioritized to review the utilization of environmental mediation. And so this characteristic of this environmental mediation are in principle is one is voluntary, and second is consent, and the last is the process is non binding. In law environmental and management, the legal basis for the settlement of dispute outside the court is contained in the provision of Article 85 until 86, which states Article 65 going to talking about first is settlement of environmental dispute. The court is conducted to reach Article 65 paragraph 1, settlement of environmental dispute outside the court is conducted to reach an agreement on first the form and amount for compensation. Second is recovery action due to pollution and or damage. Second is certain action to ensure that there will be no recurrence of pollution and or destruction, and or measure to prevent negative impact on the environment. And paragraph 2, settlement of dispute outside the court does not apply to environmental claims as stipulated in this law. And paragraph 3, in the settlement of environmental dispute outside the court can be the service of mediator and or arbitrator to help resolve environmental dispute. In Article 86, paragraph 1, the community can form a free and impartial environmental dispute resolution service provider. And in paragraph 2 in Article 66 is the government and local governments can facilitate the establishment of free and impartial environmental dispute resolution. And feature province regarding environmental dispute resolution service provider are regulated by a government regulation. So the conclusion for this presentation is based on Article 84 UU PPLH or law concerning environmental and management. Environmental dispute resolution can be researched through the court or outside the court. Outside the court is ADR, alternative dispute resolution, and the settlement of environmental disputes outside the court is considered more favorable because if litigation in court take a long time, by shortening the process, the impact of environmental damage can be addressed more quickly so that the ecosystem recovers immediately, and social, economic and cultural life can run as it should. So just all for me, and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.